going to start by referencing a truly depressing opinion piece that appeared in yesterday's New York Times. In it, columnist Ross Douthat argues that Trump's election confirms that we've entered a new American era, one in which consensus building is being replaced by factionalized radicalism on both the left and the right, where there are no trusted institutions left to steer Americans towards common ground, and where social liberalism is fading and religious traditionalism is rising. As I read this, I found it frustratingly difficult to disagree with any of his conclusions. But I was moved in a somewhat positive way by something he said near the end. That is, we've not entered fully into whatever dispensation awaits us. We can see its outlines and possibilities, but not its defining features. For me, those words reinforced a feeling that's been growing for several years and which really reached code red status on election day. The most dangerous path right now is one of passivity and comfort. Whether we're entering a new, more chaotic and fractured era, whether we're simply facing 4 years of leadership that seeks to sow hatred and division, it seems undeniable that there will be growing threats to the liberty of all and to the lives of many. This has led me to question something that I've always believed to be an axiom: Martin Luther King's contention that the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice. But then I'm reminded also of what John Meacham said in his wonderfully hopeful book, The Soul of America. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Let us move forward with strong and active faith. Those of us who still believe in civility and common ground and compassionate leadership, we have a vital role to play in defining the features of our shared future. Of course, figuring out that role can be a daunting and even paralyzing task, especially when we consider how our individual power stacks up against the possibility of tectonic societal shifts. This is where it becomes so important for us to cast aside our doubts and embrace the idea that the accumulation of many simple actions can produce big results. And perhaps the simplest action we can take is to invest in communities that will steadfastly hold the middle ground and respect individualism rather than being swayed by the false promise of extremism. Communities like the one we share here at Cleveland Park Congregation, that are doing their part to lift up those who others seek to diminish because of their sexual identification, immigration status, skin color, beliefs, age, or whatever. Communities that view empathy and thoughtfulness as superpowers, not as weaknesses. Our little community and the things that we stand for are undoubtedly more important than ever. Just the fact that we exist, a place that seeks to learn, interpret, and live the lessons of a truly loving God, offers a form of resistance against those who derive power by exploiting fear and narrow-mindedness. Our mission of welcoming everyone and believing none of us is greater than the other carries exceptional importance as pressure builds to embrace nationalistic, exclusionary views and leaders. Our collective action, from simply gathering here each Sunday to prayerfully ask for God to heal the world, to the tens of thousands of dollars we give to community organizations, to our programs that spread messages of hope and love. These things absolutely can and are changing lives and playing a role in shaping our future. Like many of you, I find myself grieving, angry, and confused, and that's real, as Ellen said earlier, and it's important. But it won't change anything. The hope for our future rests with my actions, with your actions, with our actions. It rests on us moving forward with strong and active faith. For my part, I'm starting by increasing my investment in this place, in Pastor Ellen, in this building, in a mission and values that I hold dear, and in all of you. Our 2025 pledge goal represents a 3.7% increase over what was pledged for 2024. But our ability to make a difference depends in large part on how much each of us is willing to invest. And so as I considered my pledge in the context of the challenges we face, I chose a higher number, one that made me feel just a bit uncomfortable. And whether or not you feel comfortable with getting uncomfortable, I hope you'll consider your 2025 pledge against the backdrop of what this community stands for and what our role is and could be at a time in which the defining features of our religious, political, and social fabric are being shaped. And so while my talk today was not one of celebration, I am hopeful that your generosity will give us many reasons to celebrate in the year and years ahead. Thank you.